Now, dear student, chapter number 7, system of particle and rotational motion, and this is the part second of the center of mass, and we are discussing here motion of a center of mass. So we are just assuming the position vector of the center of mass when the n particles are there in system. So we can easily write that RCM is equal to 1 upon m, that is summation MIRI is equal to MIRI. Now we can imagine the position of a center of mass at the origin, then we can write that RCM is equal to 0. So easily we can write that summation MIRI is equal to 0. Now we are just starting this one topic from the equation number 1, that MRCM, that is summation MIRI, this is the equation number 2 we have. Now we are just making the expansion of this term. So I am just writing that now m and multiplying by the operation dy by dt in the both sides, that RCM is a position vector, so I am just writing the vector sign over it. Okay, now m dy by dt, and here I can easily also that multiplying by the operation dy by dt, and I am writing that m1 r1 plus m2 r2 plus dash 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 plus of mn rn. And as we are just assuming that there are the n number of the particle in the system, so easily we can write, and we are just making the little bit that mean modification in the equation. So easily I can write that as we know, the dy by dt of the displacement can be write as a velocity. So I can write that mvcm, velocity of center of mass, that is equal to m1 dy by dt of that r1, and so on. We have the repeated portions, so I am just writing that mn and dy by dt of rn. Okay, so this is the portion of the representation we have. Now we can make the little bit more modification in this term. So I can write that m1 v1 plus of m2 v2 plus dash 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 plus of mn vn. So this is the simplest representation of that part, that MVCM is there. Okay, now this is the equation number third we have. Now further we are just making the dividation, multiplying of the dy by dt operation in the term. Now m dy by dt, that is of VCM, is there, that is dy by dt m1 v1 plus dash 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 plus of that mn vn bracket close is there. As we are just multiplying the dy by dt in the both end side, so we can easily write that m and dy by dt of the velocity is make the concept of the acceleration. So I am just writing the acceleration of the center of mass is there, that is capital A, and I can make the little bit changes with the multiplication of m1 and dy by dt of that v1, including all the portions dy by dt on the all the portions plus mn dy by dt and vn. Okay, so how can I make the modification in the equation? Now we are just making the changing in the dy by dt of the velocity, that means v1, that can be regarded as m1, and the whole the system is under the influence of the each particle having its own acceleration. So I am just writing the acceleration of a system, that a1 up to dash an. Okay, now f is equal to ma, this is the force of that part, and it's a combination of the vector sum of the forces due to the other portions. Okay, m and an there. So we are just making the simply representation of the term is there. So I can write finalize that ma, that is the simply the vector sum of the forces those are acting on a system externally. So this is then one of the basic general equation we have, and it makes the several meaning here. Now equation number 4 suggested that MA, that is called the force we have, and that is a concept of the F external. Okay, So we can easily say that so there are number of the particles in a system, and whole mass is to be situated at a center, that is called the center of mass, and evenly whole the system is making the movement under the action of the external force. Okay, so we are just saying that total mass of a system and the multiply of the acceleration, that is equal to the f external is there. And even there is no contribution of the internal forces that between lies between the particles, because internal forces cancel out each other. So always the motion of a center of mass will be applicable in the presence of a external forces. So this is the conclusion of the topic was. Now next topic we have linear momentum of the center of mass. Okay, so easily we can say that that if a system has number of particles, then total momentum of system P1 plus P2 plus dash 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 plus Pn, and that can be regarded as a P. Okay, and definite it's a vector quantity, so we are just applying the vector sign is there. So this is the general meaning we have, and easily we know that each particle is also making the movement. So the each particle having its own velocity, that is called the v1 and v1 v2 v2 v1 v2 v3 and so on vn. Okay, now we can assume the concept of the second law. Second law state that f is equal to dy by dt of p. Now this f external is there, so we are just assuming that f external can be stated in this part, that is equal to 0. So this is the general that condition we will apply for the system. Now already we have discussed from the topic center of mass that we have discussed that m velocity of center of mass is equal to combination of that m1 v1 plus dash 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 up to mn vn. So as we are just comparing the equation number 1 and 4, so we can easily write that, because it is also a momentum for the whole the system. Okay, so 1 equal to 4 can be stated in the part of that m velocity of center of mass, that is called the p1 plus dash 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 plus pn is there, and easily we can state the meaning of the dy by dt, and this is the total momentum of the whole the system p is equal to, that is called the p1 plus dash 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 plus of pn. Okay, so we have made the comparison with the momentum of the center of mass that can be equal to the momentum of the all the particles of the system. Now we are just applying the simply meaning that dy by dt on the both side, that dy by dt of that is on the p, and that is the combination of the dy by dt of the all the portions plus dash dash plus dy by dt of that is pn is there. Okay, so we can easily say that in the absence of the external force, in the absence of the external force, f external for the system, this is the equation number 6 we have, and easily we are just getting the meaning that for a system we are just assuming the f external is the 0, because the whole the system is making the movement under the action of the external force. So we are just utilizing the meaning of that f external is equal to 0. This is the equation number 7 we have. So easily we can write that dy by dt of that p is equal to constant. P is equal to constant. Okay, so if simply we can say that as all the particle are governing the simply rule of the conservation of the momentum, so this rule is also applicable same for the momentum conservation of the center of mass. So this one was the conclusion of this topic, that equation number 8. What actually it suggests, that equation 8 suggests that as simply all the particles in a system are moving with velocities then momentum is conserved. So momentum conservation is also applicable for the center of mass. So this was the, that mean conclusion of the particular topic we have. Now here we want to discuss the examples of the center of mass motion. So as we are just assuming that rigid body is constituted by the number of the particle, and all are following the mechanics rules. That means कि for them the momentum is totally conserved. So whatever the point of imagination we have discussed in the inside a rigid body, that is assumption of a center of mass, it all the following the same rule which is governed by the different small particles. Okay, so already we have discussed the concept that velocity of center of mass is a constant under the action of the external force. So we are just assuming the net external force will act on a system will be the zero. So whatever the basic statics we are just following for all the particle, so it is same applicable for the motion of a center of mass. So here we are just discussing the some examples of the center of mass one by one. Now here we have one of the best example of the center of mass of a two binary star system. So we are just assuming that by the mean of the gravitational force, these are S1 and S2, these are the two stars, those are bounded to each other, okay, at a particular distance, and both the stars having the same masses, that as mass of the star, that means S1 is equal to the mass of the star S2. And already we have discussed the, if the two objects are having the same mass, so the center of mass coordinate state that then the center of mass will be lies at the midpoint of the line joining them. Okay, so we have already discussed this one formula. So what actually we are just saying, both the stars are making the revolution about their common center of mass. Okay, and this center of mass is continuously moving along the same direction. How it is possible that this star is moving in this direction, this star is moving in this direction? So during their movement, they are just continuously opposite, diametrically opposite to each other. So we can say that the center of mass will be exactly lies mid of the between them, mid of the between them. As we are just continuously watching the movement of the center of mass, so it's moving with the concept of the and that mean constant velocity, because we are just assuming for the two binary star system the external force is the zero, because total momentum is already conserved. So the center of mass will move, and definitely it will rise between the line which joining the two stars, okay, directly. So we can say that we can say that it will continuously move along a straight line with the same velocity. So this is the basic concept we have of the center of mass of a binary star system. Okay, definitely we should assume the sum of the basic notifications here. Okay, so we are just getting this one is a moment of the S1 we have. So whenever it comes just in this position, that is called the S1. So probably at this time the moment of the S2, which is I am shown by the red line. So in the moment once it come, that definitely opposite to each other. Okay, so all the time whenever they are just moving on a periphery, so all the time they are diametrically opposite. So the probably all the time the center of mass will be lies at us, that mean midpoint along the line with joining to them. Okay, so this is the basic concept we have of the center of mass. Now here I have taken the another example, that diatomic molecule example, and I have taken the example of the oxygen molecule. So the two oxygen atoms are bounded together with a spring-like structure, and I have given the internal binding forces there. Okay, and there is a no collision of the oxygen molecule with the wall of the vessel. So as we are just assuming that both the oxygen atom having the same masses, okay, so definitely the center of mass will lies at the center, along the line, along the mid of the line, which join the two centers of the atoms. Okay, and if they are just if you are just assuming that center of mass moving with the uniform velocity in a straight line, the because we are just saying that there is a no meaning of the collision for the molecules with the wall of vessel. So easily when the molecules are that mean atoms are making the movement, so probably velocity of the center of mass is always there, that is constant velocity. Okay, so it will also continues move along the same direction. Okay, so this is the simplest meaning of the center of mass of a diatomic molecule, which definitely lies between the two between the mid of the line, which join the two centers of the atoms. Okay, now here, dear students, we are just talking about the center of mass of a Earth Moon system. Now this is a system in which the two masses are the different. So how the movement of a center of mass will be applicable? So I have taken the movement of the planets, and the sun is at the focus, and definitely Earth is revolving around the sun in a particular orbit. Okay, now around the earth the moon is rotating, and definitely there is a huge difference between the mass of the earth and the mass of the moon. So definitely mass of earth is greater than compared to the mass of the moon. Okay, so as already we have discussed one of the important fact that as two system are there, which makes the one single system. Suppose we are just assuming that two particle system is there. So one of the particle is the earth, and one of the particle is the moon there. Okay, so here we have the difference in the masses. Earth is a more heavier compared to the moon. So easily we have discussed that in the statics of a center of mass, if the particle having the more mass, so the center of mass will be shift towards it. Okay, so already we have discussed that x center of mass, that is mean x coordinate is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 is to be divided by m1 plus m2, and what we have assumed that center of mass of the x coordinate that is equal to 0. So easily we can write that m1 x1 plus m2 x2 that is equal to the 0. So we can easily say that x2 is equal to minus of m1 x1 is to be divided by m2. So if the particle having the more mass, so the center of mass will be shift towards it. Okay, so easily I can write that the earth is there, so center of mass will be lies inside it, because due to its more mass. Okay, Now during the motion, the once the moon can be outside the that mean orbit, okay, and once in one we are just assuming the motion, here we are just that earth is here, and suppose the orbit can be in this manner. Suppose this one is a portion of the moon is there, this one is a portion of the moon is there, okay, same how the center of mass is along the same direction. Whatever the movement of the moon is around the earth sun, and always the center of mass will be lies inside the earth. So this is the special characteristics we have, okay, of the different masses system. And already we have assumed that external force meaning on the system is the zero, because due to the conservation part, so the center of mass continuously till move along the periphery or along the orbit through which the system is that mean running, okay. So we can assume that the velocity will be the constant for the center of mass, or we can assume the center of mass of a earth moon system will having the constant velocity, and it will continuously move along the orbit, है ना, in which the earth is moving, because we are just assuming the center of mass of the two particle system will lies inside the earth, okay. So this is the another example we have, and so many examples we have. So basically we have discussed the statics of a center of mass. Center of mass is simply a point where whole mass is to be assumed, and on behalf of the numerical portion we will learn the basic formula: x is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 and upon divided by m1 plus m2, and either the 2 or the 3 or the n particles are there, we can make the changing of the formula, okay. And we have discussed the as we are just assuming the concept of the center of mass, so it will follow all the basic mechanics or the statics of which is governed by the help of a second law of motion. So either it is applicable for a single particle, so definitely this center of mass will also that follow the basic mechanics is there, okay. So it is one of the important concept we have, and we are just applying the different logic in the part of the center of mass. Center of mass can be inside the body as well as can center of mass can be outside the body. It is a imaginary concept, it is a imaginary concept, and we are just talking the some basic assumptions that whenever we are just dealing the concept of the center of mass, we are assuming the body should be the rigid, and the body is a point mass body which covers the larger distance as compared to its size.